Welcome back to El Camino College. Mike Kennedy along with John Featherstone. This is the 39th Annual Lions All-Star Football Game sponsored by the West Torrance Lions Club. Over the years, the game has contributed over $750,000 to charities throughout the South Bay. This has been a great event over the years, John, as the captains are meeting in the center of the field. And I know that as a representative of El Camino College, you're proud to bring the game here for the third consecutive year.
No question, Michael. It's great to see it in Murdoch Stadium. This is going to be an exciting game like they always are. Kids haven't had carried pads since football was over in probably the latter part of November, so it's going to take them a few series to get the kinks out.
Today's game officials: Larry Daniels is the referee, Paul Just is the umpire, Bob Yoakum the head linesman, Ralph Walker is the line judge, Gary Van Zant is the field judge, with Vic Winnick the side judge, and Greg Fucci the back judge. The white team has won the toss of the coin to our right and elected to receive. Their head coach is Rock Hollis out of Torrance High School, and the blue squad with their head coach Pat Fresh in his first year at Palos Verdes, their first year in varsity competition. What can we expect with just 10 days of preparation for this game?
Well, I think they're going to, like I said, most teams usually start a little slow in this, Michael, feel each other out a little bit. Got to establish the mental part early. And like I mentioned earlier, physically, these kids, when you've only had 9 days of practice, you're going to see them get a little tired in the second half. Not a lot of sun today, though, so maybe they can last a little longer.
Nice crowd on hand, cool overcast in the low 70s here at Murdoch Stadium. We're on the western sideline, and our cameras are located down on the western side with Mark Dottie directing today. Back to receive will be 81 Keith Brown out of Mary Starr. He's a burner. And also with Jason Lewis out of Gardena High School. Ortega will kick off for the blue squad, and we're just about underway from El Camino. I asked both coaches if they had any reverses, trick plays, or anything up their sleeves. They said, no, we really didn't have enough time to put it into effect. But you know what? That might just be talking to the press. If I'm running this game, I'm coming up with everything I can to pull out all the stops to come up with a win.
Yeah, I'm sure both coaches got a couple special plays, a couple tricks up their sleeve, Michael. And that's what's fun about these all-star games. You never know what you're going to get.
Robbie Ortega will kick it off from South Torrance. It'll come down and taken by Keith Brown out of Mary Starr. Brings it back to the 25-yard line, and the crowd roars as one of the players for the blue squad, it's Scott Philando, makes a hit on the tackle and loses his helmet. So the blue team is fired up defensively. Nick Edwards had the return. So Edwards with the tackle. Philando loses his helmet and will set up offensively for this white squad. Keith Lockwood out of Torrance High School will open at quarterback, and he's got a great pair of running backs behind him with Tank Robinson out of Sarah High School, a fullback, and Tyler Pringle out of Maricosta will be the deep back. Most valuable player in the Bay League, Pringle, stands about 5 yards deep, and we're underway from the 25. As Pringle slashes up the middle, gets to the 30, carries to about the 32-yard line with a quick opener, and Raheem Stevens from Hawthorne, the first man to greet him.
Tyler Pringle, real fine running back out of Maricosta, Mike. Tyler's one of those football players that just doesn't, he doesn't have great speed, but he plays big and fast on the football field. Had a great year at Maricosta. He's going to go up and play at UC Davis. It's going to be exciting to see, watch him unfold in the college ranks.
Maricosta with a 12-1 record on the year, rushed for 20 scores, had 1,800 yards rushing. Pringle is deep. Robinson, the up back, leads the way. Hit right at the line of scrimmage, might have picked up about a yard and a half to the 33 as the blue team is there to make the stop at the 33 and a half.
Yeah, that was Jamar Rich, Michael, who just kind of slanted into the hole, made a nice job. Emmanuel Robinson, the fullback, another real fine player out of Sarah, going up to San Jose State. He's a big body in there that can move people out for Tyler.
Marvin Luna is the nose guard at 330 pounds. You can watch him out of Lusinger, and he slams the door on Pringle. So they find themselves with a 3rd and about 2. Here's a slant pattern, and it's deflected. Good defensive play intended for the tight end, Robert Summers, out of Sarah, who stands at 6'3", 215 pounds. But a good defensive play, and it's broken up, and it'll be 4th down, first punt of the afternoon.
Good solid coverage by Andre Marshall from Lusinger. Ball was thrown a little bit behind, but you're going to see it early in the game until the kids warm up a little bit. You're going to see some kids that aren't going to be playing up to their potential, but it'll all start here before long.
Robert Munoz from Sarah High School will stand back and punt from his own 22. And a man we've looked forward to seeing is a burner, and Brian Flowers back to receive, standing about the 15-yard line. Blue team looks like they want to put pressure on Munoz. He gets the kick away. Flowers from the 18. And they're going to wrap him up right there. It's Jason Lewis makes the stop, only with a 2-yard return. 1st and 10 now from the 20.
Nice coverage by Jason Lewis from Gardena. Brian Flowers, a corner out of Inglewood. You'll hear about him before this day's over, I can guarantee you. Good athlete, could play on either side of the ball, and it'd be interesting see what he can do punt-wise down the road if he gets a couple more chances.
Brent Dean will open at quarterback out of South Torrance. Bam Bam Fafita will be the tailback, and William Obi is the deep back. Here goes Bam Bam, slashes left side, turns the corners, got a 1st down all the way to the 38-yard line. They'll see where they mark it as he runs out of bounds, picks up about 18. And now you know why they call him Bam Bam.
Well, it looks like Aliki hasn't skipped a beat here. He's got big William Obi blocking for him. Those two have been together for a couple of years and just had an outstanding season at Morningside High School last year. Brought that program back to prominence. And Mike McCarthy, head coach, did a really fine job with that program. Aliki's got really good body balance. He doesn't look like he's real fast, Michael, but he's got great feet, got good vision. It's going to be Tyler Pringle and Aliki, 2 good running backs to start the game.
We've got an injured player across the way near the white team's sideline, and we're going to have a timeout.
It actually looks like Aliki, I think.
We'll check with that. The rest of the key players for the blue squad, Sean Scales will be a wideout along with Scott Philando. The tight end will be Jeff Clark out of South Torrance, playing with a sprained ankle. Marvin Anthony, Stephen Perez, Moala, Eniger, and Gianelli will be up front blocking.
Yeah, this is the only concern you have as coaches and parents in these all-star games and for the players is that hopefully you can go the whole game without an injury, Michael. We had a young man shaken up on the first kickoff, and then this could be a leaky. Looks like he's getting up. That's a good sign.
He's
limping a little, though.
Limping
so
slightly.
Either an ankle or a knee. Hopefully it's not serious. If they're not carrying him off, maybe it's not serious, but hopefully he'll be all right. Really fine football player.
Fafita taking his time, coming across after he had a nice gain, picked up a 1st down at the 34-yard line. So they'll bring in Flowers to be the tailback with Obi the up back and Dean at quarterback. Ball's at the far hash mark. 1st and 10. Blue team just underway. 10-10 to go in this opening quarter. Bo Bagley is our sideline reporter out of the sports desk, and he'll be with us to give us all the important information as Dean hits Thomas across the middle, and Thomas drops it as he's hit at the 47-yard line. So it goes over to the white squad. It looks like Fernando Vargas had the recovery. 1st and 10, white team.
I think it was Milton Thomas, I think, Michael, number 40 out of Sarah. Nice stick. Great play. First turnover in the game.
Here's a take a look. We'll take a look at it a second time, John.
Yeah. It's Dean, yeah. And I think that's playing tailback now is Torrey Morgan for the blue team in place of Haliki. A little better field position now for the white team. See if they
At
can
the
get a little spark
47,
going.
1st and 10, they go with Pringle and Robinson. 2 wideouts far side. Phillips in the slot with Summers. Pitch goes Pringle, trying to sweep, get his block from Robinson. Just a 2-yard gain to about the 49. So they've gone to Pringle on 3 carries and 1 passing attempt.
And nice job again by Nick Edwards. He came flying up off the corner to keep an outside edge and made a really nice tackle on Tyler.
Edwards is the left cornerback, playing on the left side. Flowers picks up Jonathan Phillips here on the right side. Make that Keith Brown near side. Phillips far side. Again, backs out of the eye. Lockwood. He's got Brown open. The 25 down to the 19-yard line as he beats Flowers and picks up a first down. And it was a perfectly thrown pass by Keith Lockwood from a Torrance High School grad to Mary Star of the Sea.
Nice little pattern by Keith Brown. He got up to that uphill hip on Brian Flowers. Brian just didn't get turned around in time. Probably got caught off guard a little bit.
31-yard pickup, first down, White. Keith Lockwood, 6'1", 185 pounds. Led the Tartars this year, 3-7-1, playing for his head coach, Rock Hollis, here in the All-Star game at El Camino. 8:35 to go, scoreless in the first. Now they're going to give it to Barber. Barber replaces Pringle at the tailback. Ronnie Barber, 5'10", 185 pounds, out of San Pedro. Cracks the center behind Robinson.
That was Kyle Thompson, Mike, and Rasheem Stevens that came in to make the tackle.
Right at the line of scrimmage. Keep your eye on number 49, Kyle Thomas, out of Redondo. Thompson at 6'2", 225 pounds, is going to go to Colorado State. He's an outstanding linebacker. Today he's in the middle. You can notice him with that red helmet, Kyle Thompson. Now with a 2nd and about 9. Lockwood again throws to the end zone. The receiver was pushed out of bounds. That's Jonathan Phillips.
Much better job that time where Brian Flowers got a little physical. Brian's kind of a small football player, but he's got a big frame. He's a real muscular guy. Had a great season in track and football for Inglewood. That time he got in the face of Jonathan and used his hands and his strength a little bit to get him out of bounds and into the boundary, and it worked effectively.
Stops the clock with 7:40 to go.
Jonathan Phillips, you'll hear about him before the day's over too. Two-way player at Mary Star. Great DB and receiver. Probably go a little both ways today.
So Phillips is to the left. Brown's to the right. Summers in the slot. Here's Lockwood's going to scramble. He's going to be chased down. Kyle Thompson drops him at the 25-yard line. Well, we pointed him out. You can't miss him with that Redondo red and red shoes, and he's dancing. He's happy, John.
Yeah, Kyle, he's a real fine football player. Colorado State got a good one in him. Big physical guy that can run, and that's what you're looking for at that D1 level. And he loves the game. He plays with passion. Now, looks like a little center quarterback exchange problem that time, which is going to happen in all-star games, and that's almost like a turnover.
They're ready for a field goal attempt, but they don't have a holder. So Robert Munoz out of Serra holds his hands up and said, where's my holder? Keith Lockwood comes back in. It's going to be placed at the 32. 42-yard attempt. I think Bo Bagley visited with Munoz before the game. Here's the kick. It's up, and it's no good. Wide left, and he mentioned that Munoz was kicking him over 50 yards, but I think part of the delay and unsettled him, and he just didn't get a good shot at it, John.
Yeah, kickers need sometimes a real quiet environment for them. Just the littlest thing with some guy being late coming on the field can change him mentally a bit. But Heard nothing but great things about Munoz. Good football player. Got a bright future. Yeah, it's early in the game. Probably hasn't kicked under pressure in 6 months. Takes a while to get a feel again.
Here's the blue squad.
The ball was on the 25, too. If you can kick it from the 25, you can play D1 football.
Comes right back, line of scrimmage. It's Brent Dean, a quarterback. Torrey Morgan's the tailback. Pump fake. It's got a receiver open at the 40-yard line.
That's Franks.
So Brad Franks out of El Segundo, small in stature, 5'8", 170 pounds, splits the two defenders and goes up just like when Matt Engel threw him 10 touchdown passes in his junior year at El Segundo. He makes the catch. Let's go down to Bo Bagley. He's got a report from the sideline.
That was a 40-yard completion.
Hey, Mike, thank you. Just wanted to do a little report on Halika Fafita. What happened was on that last hit for the blue team, in the last possession, Haliki kind of bent his leg the wrong way. Looks like the trainers are going to have him walk it off. Looks like he will be back in the second half. Now back to you.
Thanks, Bo. It's nice to hear that he might return to action because Bam Bam did make a nice run. It was a 39-yard pickup, and Brett Dean's going to scramble back to the 32.
Brett Dean, good little athlete out of South. When I say little, I certainly don't mean he's not a very fine football player. Good athlete, good feet, good vision. Made a really nice throw to Brad Franks on the last play. And looks like they had a little tight end running a little shoot pattern. And if he'd got a little better protection, tight end was running clean down the left boundary.
Now Franks comes in, and we've got Flowers in at tailback and also Obi, the fullback. It looks like they're trying to juggle some of these offensive players, get the right unit in there. So Obi is the up back, Flowers the deep back. They'll bring out wide receivers Thomas to the near side, and his brother Robert Thomas is in the slot. Here's the pitch. Flowers turns the corner. He's at the 20, puts his head down, barrels straight ahead to about the 17-yard line. Nice run on his first carry. And as you said, he's quite an athlete.
Doesn't surprise me a bit, Michael. Brian Flowers, great athlete. And he can be a great corner at the next level or a great running back, and I think he's going to have the option of doing either one. And in some, maybe depending on where he goes, doing both.
All the way to the 16, so he picks up 16 yards on his first carry. First down, Blue. 4:50 to go in this opening quarter. We are scoreless. Franks will go to the left side. Dean brings him to the line of scrimmage. Jeff Clark, his tight end from South Torrance, is on the right side. Torrey Morgan's back in the tailback. Dean throws to the end zone. The pass is deflected and then caught for a touchdown. It's Sean Scales out of Lusinger. Initially, it was deflected away from him, and it bounded right into his hands. He concentrated, held on, and has a score, and the blue team goes ahead 6-0.
Pretty good coverage by Darrell Bullock, too. He had a really nice inside-out coverage. He went up to pick the ball and just got bobbled a little bit. Sometimes you're in the right place at the right time as a receiver, and that's exactly what happened.
And there's a second look at it. You're watching the Lions All-Star football game from El Camino College. Mike Kennedy, John Featherstone, Bo Bagley doing our sideline reports. And now with the point after, it's Ortega. So it's 6-0. Dean will hold, and they line it up and kick it through. 7-0.
Robert Ortega, the place kicker from South, had a nice career there. Got a good strong leg. So again, football always a game of momentum and turnovers. The blue team committed the first turnover, and the white team didn't quite take advantage of it, missed on a field goal, and then a little bit of a bobbled snap, and blue team gets the ball back and drives the length of the field and gets a touchdown.
Nice drive. Started at their own 25-yard line. They go 75 yards in about 5 plays, and it's Dean to Scales for the score. Point after is good, 7-0. Ortega will kick it off. Nate Ness will be to the right side to receive, and Jason Lewis on the far side. Both out of Gardena High School. The one thing I like in the All-Star game is that they change those helmet stickers and
Yeah, that's
got all
always
kinds
nice to
of
see.
colorful helmets out there. Lewis almost misplays it, takes it at the 5, jitterbugs. He's at the 20, and they'll wrap him up, take him down.
Very good kickoff coverage, and a lot of times you don't see that in all-star games. Guys stayed in their lanes and did a nice job breaking down, and because Jason Lewis, you don't want to give him a little light. He was electrifying at Gardena last year. He's got great vision, and he gets a little lane, and he can be gone, but the guys really did a nice job on kickoff cover.
Hanson Chaplin, the assistant coach for Rock Hollis, calling the offensive plays, and we'll see what he comes up with. He's down 7-0. We've got 4:21 to go in this opening quarter. They're going to exchange the ball. Keith Lockwood going all the way at quarterback.
Let's see if Coach Fresh is still in that Bear defense.
He's got Kyle Thompson in the middle.
More of a 40 look now.
And Marvin Luna lines up right at the nose guard. Here's Pringle, spins away. Across the 25, still on his feet.
There's Tyler
35, 40, midfield, gets a block all the way to the 40-yard line. Incredible run by Tyler Pringle. Looked like he was going to be stopped about 2 yards beyond the line of scrimmage, and he takes it 42 yards for a first down. Let's go down on the field to Bo Bagley.
Hi, Mike. Just wanted to let you know I spoke to Rock Hollis before the game, and he calls Tyler Pringle the professor. Why? He's so calm and collected. He looks like he should be a science professor. Pretty exciting. Now back to you.
Well, I talked with Tyler Pringle in the locker room. I told him that a Maricosta alumnus was working with me in the broadcast booth. I'm talking about John Featherstone. I said he better have a good game tonight. He said, yeah, I will, just for Coach John. So it's at the 39 after a 41-yard pickup, first down. They crack the center, maybe get a couple of yards. Ball's at about the 37.
Looks like both the interior lines now are getting real excited and fired up with each other. Before long, it's going to come down to who wins in the trenches in the pit on both sides. There's some really good football players up front on both teams and on the defensive lines too.
So Ronnie Barber out of San Pedro with about a 2-yard pickup. He's got Robinson in front. They call him Tank, 5'9", 235 pounds. Lockwood throwing to Jonathan Phillips. The pass will be intercepted by the Blue Squad. Coming up with the pick is Nick Edwards, who you pointed out earlier was playing on the other side. It looks like he's going to go wherever Phillips goes.
Yeah, that's good coaching, to put your best on your best. Ball was a little underthrown, but Nick had a really nice position. Jonathan was trying to establish the uphill hip. Yeah.
So there's a second look at it. It'll be picked off by Edwards at the 13. So a turnover for both squads. And let's see if Blue can capitalize on this one. They lead 7-0 with 2:49 to go here in the opening quarter. They'll bring out Demarius Thomas to the near side. Franks goes to the far side. Morgan is the deep back. Obi the up back. They drop the pitch. And scrambling is Dean at the goal line. They're going to wrap him up, and then he throws to the 10. It'll be a grounding penalty as it's incomplete, and Brent Dean is down and maybe injured in the end zone. And that's really what can happen in these all-star games, where you misplay, and he's going one direction. He makes the toss, John, and then it ends up as a loose ball.
Yeah, Brad was just trying to get out of trouble there, just trying to get his feet moving. And he was trying to get around the corner and get out of bounds, I think, and not get a safety. It's really about all he could do, other than taking a safety, is trying to get rid of the ball.
An illegal forward pass from the end zone results in a safety.
So Larry Daniels with the call. It's a safety, an illegal forward pass, grounding as he was in the end zone. So they end up with a safety,
yes,
and the white team gets 2 points. And they'll line up as it should be a free kick after the safety. I'm not sure why we're still down on this end of the field. Should be a free kick.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to discuss it, see if they got the right call.
And here's another call.
Yeah. That's the right call.
There's a safety. So good pressure by the White defense results in Brent Dean scrambling and then throwing a pass out of desperation. So it's a 7-2 game with 2:41 to go in this opening frame.
Yeah, Michael, this gives the White squad some more life again. They've had a couple good drives. Ended up turning the ball over, and now they got a big break, so now they're going to get great field position, too, on this. Let's see if they're going to kick it or punt it. Looks like Ortega's going to kick it.
So White throws an interception. They end up getting the ball back after a safety charged against the blue squad. And now Robbie Ortega will kick off from the 20. And we've got Keith Brown, 81. And Nate Ness, 22, back to receive. They'll kick it over to Ness. Bounds past him. Goes all the way to the 10, the 5. He's all the way to the 3-yard line. He's going to have to turn around and bring it back upfield. He's got a hole in the middle. If he can break one tackle, he's at the 32-yard line. But he couldn't get away from Marvin Arnold at 285 pounds. You're going down when he's got a hold of you.
Big Marvin. Unfortunately, we don't get a chance to talk a lot about the O-line, D-line guys in this game, but there's some great ones. Marvin Arnold out of Carson playing on the kickoff cover team. Had a great career over there with the Colts.
So after misplaying that free kick, it almost ended up in disaster as we take another look at it.
Yeah, Nate did a nice job kind of just snaking his way through that coverage.
Had to go all the way back to the 3-yard line, brings it back to the 32.
If Marvin doesn't make that tackle, he's going.
7-2 is our game. First quarter, Mike Kennedy, John Featherstone, Bo Bagley. Here's Pringle, and Pringle just eats up the yards, close to a first down across the 40 at about the 41. As we mentioned last year, he had over 1,800 yards and 20 touchdowns.
Yeah, Tyler's he's just one of those workers.
Even though it's the wrong press box, we've got some information that Sean Scales, who just scored the touchdown out of Lusinger, it's his birthday today. So it's a nice birthday present. You can pass that on down to Bo that it is Sean Scales' birthday, and we're just notified that that's a nice birthday present, was that touchdown reception. So short of the first down after Pringle's carry, and he's at it again across the 40, and they'll stop him right there. It'll bring up third and about 1.
Nice job up front by the blue team. But Tyler Pringle comes from a program that is, they like to slam the ball. Donnie Morrill, head coach, does a great job over there at Maricosta. And I think Tyler ran 20, 25 times a game, sometimes 30 times a game. He's a worker, tireless guy.
Yeah, we've talked about his offensive prowess. He's a great defensive player.
Yeah, he'd be a great linebacker, too, and he's got good hands. So he's going to help the UC Davis squad. Hopefully he gets a chance on at least one of the sides of the balls to help him.
He might get a chance to play with your former quarterback, Matt Engel.
With Matt, which would be great.
We're inside of 1 minute. We've got 54 seconds remaining here, first quarter. And this time they give it to the up back, and it's A.J. McConnon out of Torrance High School. Gets his first carry of the afternoon as it relieves Tank Robinson in that fullback position.
Yeah. A.J.'s tough kid out of Torrance. Had a nice career. Just to keep that defense off balance a little bit, run some little inside traps with those fullbacks if they're going to give that much to Tyler. Keeps him honest inside a little bit.
So it's close to the first down. We're going to see if we have a measurement. Larry Daniels is called for a timeout. We're going to bring the chains out.
Well, this will be the first big decision here by Coach Rock over there. Rock Hollis, if he wants to go for it.
He's got an excellent assistance on his staff today. We mentioned Hanson Chaplin. He's got Matt Tupola, who played at the University of Cincinnati. He's got Kimo De La Cruz, Rocky Hollis, his son is one of his assistants, Junior Luapo, and Matt Norkin, all assisting with the white team.
Well, this is a good time, Mike, for Rock to try to get him to jump off sides, maybe go on a long count, because they haven't gone on a long count yet, it doesn't look like. Try to get him to jump. If not, take a penalty, punt it out of there, or get up there and hit it on sound. Run, get to the line of scrimmage quickly. QB sneak it.
That sounds like coaches speak.
Yeah. All-star game, take a chance. If this is a regular game, you punt the ball.
Just at the 42, fourth down. The white team will go for it. 35 seconds left here in the first quarter. 7-2, blue over white. An exciting first quarter of action. They got Pringle at the tailback and Robinson the up back.
You're going to go with a QB sneak. Now they're going to tie.
They give it to Robinson, and Robinson keeps churning across the 42. They're not. Tank's got it. Scott and Kurt Altenberg, his coaches over at Sarah High School, proud of his effort today. There's some great coaches here in the South Bay, aren't there, John?
Oh, yeah. It's great to get out every Friday night, Mike, and try to get out and see at least a couple games. It's always great to see high school football in the South Bay and the city. The whole southern section of football in LA is always good.
Well, Rock gambles. He goes for it, and he's got a first down at the 43 with 9 seconds remaining here in this opening quarter. See if they can get a play off before the end of the quarter, trailing 7-2. And that'll be the end of the period. So an excellent first quarter of football here in the 39th annual West Torrance Lions Club All-Star Football Game. We're coming back with second quarter action. It's blue over the white, 7-2. You're watching Lions action on Torrance Community Television. All right, let's go down to Bull. He's got Sean Scales celebrating his birthday.
Congratulations on getting the touchdown here at on the Lions Club All-Star Game.
Thanks a lot. It felt real good. Excuse my voice, but it's real good. I came out here intending to get the first touchdown because it meant a lot, especially being my 18th birthday.
Oh, I'm sure. Now, talk about the touchdown. They're pretty exciting. Where it deflected off the defensive back's hands. Did you just have concentration going on the whole time?
The thing was, when he threw it, I thought it was going to be picked. I really did. So I just came up, and once I saw it slip, I walked right into it. I just put my hands out, and I tried my best to stay in bounds.
Okay. Yeah. Now, what does it mean to be playing in a game like this? A lot of high-caliber players in here. Is it pretty intense so far?
It's been a lot of fun. All week of practice and so forth, it's been, we had a lot of ball. So today is real good being out here with both teams.
All right, great, man. Hey, best of luck to you the rest of the game. Thanks. Mike, back to you.
Thanks, Bo. Thanks, Sean. We're ready to start second quarter of action. Mike Kennedy with John Featherstone here from Murdoch Stadium. Home of the El Camino College Warriors. From the near hash mark, White still on a drive after they gambled and went for it. And Robinson picks up the first down. Pringle's a deep back, toss to Pringle, sweeps left side. They're going to shut him down. Right there's Kyle Thompson looked like. And also coming in to make the stop was Halai Tai.
Halafini Tai out of Hawthorne High School, Mike, a real fine football player. He's the one that made the difference on that play. Scraped real quickly, got outside leverage, and ran down Tyler.
Looks like it lost about 1.5 yards. They're going to mark it inside the 42 as we start this second quarter.
Yeah, pretty exciting first 12 minutes. First quarter had some fireworks.
Looks like our first penalty is going to be marked off against a white team. Takes it back to the 30.
Holding on the offense. Repeat first down.
Well, it's good to see the refs letting the kids play a little bit today.
I don't know how you can get a holding penalty when the guy breaks through and sacks your runner for a 3-yard loss, and you still were holding.
Yeah.
So Ty makes a great play defensively. We're going to watch him right in the center there. He's going to be a outside linebacker. He's going to go to the right side, and he's got Thompson, the other linebacker, right in the middle. So from the 30-yard line, brings up a 1st and 20 for the white team. Lockwood throws a ball that's going to float, intended for Bullock. And Darrell Bullock makes the catch at the 40 and a first down on a 30-yard completion.
Nice throw by Lockwood on that. Let Daryl Bullock run underneath it. Did a nice job. Try to get that ball in between the numbers and boundary. That's right where it was. Good throw, good catch. Actually, pretty good coverage, too.
And we've got a penalty, and Larry Daniels will tell us what the call is. It's going to come back.
It's too bad. Lineman downfield.
Got an illegal receiver downfield. So after penalty less first quarter, we get back-to-back here against the white team.
Eligible receiver downfield, still first down.
So it's still first down. He'll put it back at the 25-yard line. So that nullifies that nice 30-yard gain.
That's too bad. You know, you don't really see an offensive lineman downfield much on a straight drop back pass, other than maybe a screen, but must have got a little anxious.
So Summers, the slot man, with Bullock near side and Brown far side. Here's Lockwood. He's going to throw to Brown, and Brown doesn't look up in time because he was wide open and should have made that reception. But he was trying to split those cornerbacks and was watching the man, took his eye off the ball.
Yeah, those are little things sometimes that hurt you with only 9 days of preparation, Mike. You get a couple more weeks with those kids, and receiver gets his head around. Because I'll tell you, he catches that ball, and now they're only looking at about 2nd and 10. When you're in a situation like this, you got 2 downs to get half of it. Try to get little chunks. You don't try to get it all in one. They still got a chance here to get 10 or 12, and then in that 3rd down, get 10 or 12, and they're back in the ball game again.
So they come back with that same formation. Brown to the far side.
Little 3 deep look coverage. Man free or 3 deep.
Here's Lockwood. Throws right into double coverage and knocked away by Flowers, but they had 1 receiver and 3 defenders there.
Good coverage, a little man free look. Again, it's hard to really establish a lot of continuity and consistency throwing when you've only had 9 days. You got to be really conservative.
Should be 3rd and 25. At the 25.
What you want to do now is don't take a chance and create a turnover.
See, this is where I come up with my trick play, my double reverse, flanker pass, cross field, back to the quarterback. He goes down the other sidelines like USC did in the Rose Bowl.
Actually, you don't want to.
You don't like that one.
Well, only because they're going to play in soft coverage right now, or they certainly should with that much. Little screen, little inside screen, maybe a little draw. Maybe I can pop it in there and get a little yardage. Just want to get a little bit more movement up the field so when you punt it.
Jones, the center from Sarah, snaps.
They got a chance.
And here's the toss, incomplete across the way. Diving for it is Jonathan Phillips out of Mary Starr at the 45-yard line. Well, they had to go big yardage for the first down, so they went for it.
Good choice. They were close.
I know when Fred Peterson was here at El Camino as your offensive coordinator, he wasn't afraid to make that call.
No, Freddie will air it out at all times. We like that. By the way, I'd like to make a quick wish for Coach Pete's health. A lot of people in the South Bay don't realize he had a little complication, had to go to the hospital this last Tuesday night. And got very sick, and he's on his way back to health, thank God. And hopefully Pete will be back on his feet in another week or 2.
Oh, that's good, because I did see him out at the CIF baseball playoffs a couple weeks ago, and he seemed to be in pretty good health. Here's the punt. It's a high spiral. It's going to hit at the 33 and go out of bounds. But, yes, we got to send along our best wishes to Fred Peterson, longtime member of the El Camino Warriors staff.
Well, it was nice that we had a chance to honor him last year as one of the best football coaches in this area over the last 5 decades, and he's a great person, great football coach, and we wish him well. Hopefully he gets well soon.
He was honored 2 years ago right here on this field by the West Torrance Lions Club for all the support that he'd given this program over the years.
Yeah, that was a couple of years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. So our best to Coach Pete. The ball will be at the 33. Blue team leading 7-2. Scored on a 16-yard touchdown pass from Brent Dean to Sean Scales. We've got 3 wide receivers, trips near side. Dean with the toss.
Flowers.
Here's Bryant Flowers. They almost had a clip And Flowers picks up yardage, driven out of bounds. Coming up to make the hit is Jason Lewis out of Gardena, but he's got yardage to about the 42. We'll see where they mark it. They're going to put it at the 45. So a 12-yard pickup and a first down for the blue team.
Nice time to try to get outside. Everything had been inside the tackle so far. Now they had to do a little quick toss. Get it out to number 32. He can run. Good job by Jason Lewis coming up and making a stick, too.
Lewis has probably carried the ball 3 times and is averaging about 10 yards per carry unofficially.
Well, the White would have a much greater challenge if they had Brian Flowers and Haliki Bam Bam in there. I'm not sure if we're going to see Bam Bam anymore today with that sprained knee.
Andre Marshall out of Lusinger, split way wide right. Dean scrambles. He gets sacked at the 37-yard line. Good pressure up front. It's Milton Thomas leading the way for the White team.
Nice job by Milton out of Sarah High School. Milton's another one of those. In these games, Mike, you see a lot of kids that may be a little undersized, who are great high school players, and coaches think they can't play anymore, but that's ridiculous. Size doesn't make a darn bit of difference at the next level. If you're a good football player and you got a great feel and you're tough and you're a hard worker, someone's going to find a spot for you. Milton Thomas from Sarah, not a real big linebacker, but he's got great vision and finds the football fast.
Philando goes to the wide side and Oster comes near side. They're going to spread the field. Facing a 2nd and 17. There's pressure. They'll throw it back. And right down on his knees making the catch is Jeff Clark out of South Torrance, and he'll be down right at the 30. So they lose yardage again. That time a screen pass set up for the tight end loses 8 yards after Dean was sacked and lost 7. So they find themselves needing 15 yards for a first down.
I thought that screen was set up real well, though, Mike. They did a offensive line did a really nice job punching and releasing and then getting out upside on deep. If Jeff catches that ball on one and not touching any knee, you got a big gain there. I know that Jeff had a little bit of a sore ankle all week, and he may be nursing that a bit. But if he just crouches down and catches that ball, I think he'd have had a nice chunk of yardage.
Two wide outs. Go to the right side.
Yeah, they're splitting sets here.
Philando is in the slot. They bring Scales near side and put Franks in that slot.
Little 2 coverage. Safeties are coming up.
Obi is the tailback. Franks goes in motion. And with a snap call, brings the White team offside. Vargas on the outside along with A.J. McConnon. They both jump, and you could tell the blitz was coming from those two.
Yeah, I don't think they're not allowed the blitz. I don't think, Mike, until they get in the 20-yard line. But it looks like they were.
Dead ball. False start on the offense.
What you want to teach those receivers is you got to keep your eye on the football. You got to keep your one eye on the DB and the next eye on the football.
Well, Larry Daniels makes the call, false start. They were drawn off sides by the blue team, so they were ready to go. Rock Hollis, head coach for the White squad, calls all the defensive signs and signals. We've got 7:57 left here in the half. It's 7-2 blue over White.
Rock is a true 40-look guy. The old college 4-3, walk the backers outside, middle stays over the center.
There goes Franks in
Just
motion.
into 3 deep out of trips.
Here comes Vargas from the blind side. The pass for Franks incomplete. And it's a good thing that Brent Dean unloaded it because Fernando Vargas out of Banning was coming right from his blind side and would have just leveled him.
Yeah, I guess the rules state, I guess those you can bring the backers. I don't know how many you can bring, but Vargas released. Yeah, I see both the outside backers coming, so I guess you can blitz. I guess you can rush 6 guys if you want.
So it's at the 25-yard line, and the long snapper for the blue team is Sean Scales, who caught the touchdown pass, who's a wide receiver at 5'8", 160 pounds, and he is right in the middle of all the big uglies.
That's a nice snap by Sean, too. Oh,
it's blocked. And recovered by the White squad. It's Nate Ness from Gardena with the block, and it's recovered by Brendan Gutierrez out of Maricosta.
Let's see the replay here. Let's see if he came from the edge or he came inside. I couldn't tell.
So
Nate's a
Ness.
real tall, big, tall body, and he jumped up and really made a really nice play here. It's the tail end.
First down at the 11, so Rock Hollis calls the punt block, and he gets it. Nice execution. Here's another look at it. So Gutierrez recovers.
Brandon Gutierrez, another fine player out of Maricosta. Not a real big guy, but plays big. Tough, strong, good feet.
Now turnovers have played a role in the earlier touchdown by the blue team, and now let's see if the white can take advantage. They're first and 10, just outside the 10. There's another look at it, and we're at the 11-yard line. He came from the outside.
Well, this will give the white team a little life if they can get on the board here.
And now they're running Jimmy Farrell for the first time at tailback out of Torrance High School. 6 foot, 210 pounds, wrapped up, loses a couple. Line of scrimmage was the 11. I think they dropped him in about the 12. We'll see where they mark it. Jimmy Farrell's first carry is not very successful.
Well, nice job by nose guard Sifa Mwala. Starting to establish himself a little bit up front.
Is he part of that Mwala contingent?
Yeah.
Well,
he's part of the Morningside's contingent, that's for sure. Yeah, he's cousins to the Wallace. See if it can go both ways. Good guy and good nose guard, good lineman.
7 minutes to go in the half. Now Bullock to the near side, Brown to the far side, and they've got Brian Jackson, Maricosta in the slot on the left side. Robinson is the up back, and Farrell's the deep back. Here's Lockwood, and he throws to the corner, and the pattern that's run by Keith Brown is to the inside.
Yeah, but just probably miscommunication there again in these type of games sometimes. Yeah, I think Brownie was supposed to run an out. That's what Keith Lockwood thought. And, run a slant. At least they're in field goal range now. They don't want to do anything to lose an scoring opportunity here. Big play here, third down.
Well, the white team's already missed one field goal.
Here's a good time for a trick play right here. If they got one up their sleeve, here's a good time for it.
Now let's see where Ronnie Barber goes. He's the one I'm going to watch. He's going to go off the field. Okay, he came in, he's in the wrong position.
Yeah, hopefully they don't throw a penalty here.
Summers to the near side. Jackson's in the slot. Brown to the far side. They're going to throw to Brown.
Bullock, I think, isn't it?
Make that Bullock. Makes the catch for the touchdown. Daryl Bullock out of San Pedro with
nice
the reception.
That was Andre Marshall. I don't know if he thought he had coverage over the top with the safety, but Bullock did a nice job. Nice release. Good pass by Lockwood. Let's see the replay here.
So it makes it an 8-7 game with the white team leading. And we'll take another look. Bullock was far to the left. Here's Lockwood at the line. And
nice ball by Keith right to the corner flag.
There's the point after, and the kick is up, and it's good by Munoz. And it's a 9-7 lead. Make that 8-7. Let's see. 9-7. Now they correct the scoreboard.
Yep.
With 6:37 to go, 9-7 on the conversion.
Yeah, that shows you the importance of turnovers, Michael, right there. And it's really, a lot of times in these games, the special teams, because you don't have a lot of time to work on that. It's tough sometimes. But every point in this game's been determined by a turnover, some play, so I'm sure that won't change.
So the block punt by Ness, recovered by Gutierrez, results in a touchdown pass from Lockwood to Bullock. The conversion good by Munoz. And it's a 9-7 game. And the difference really was that safety, where they put pressure on Brent Dean back in the first quarter.
Well, I think both these teams are pretty evenly matched, and I think it's going to be a fourth quarter football game.
Let's go down to Bo Bagley, who's got this report from the sideline.
All right, thanks, Mike. Just wanted to let you know, Coach Rock Hollis is the coach of the white team now. He said he's going to try to get his Torrance High players in the action as much as possible. But watching them, he says he spells a special kind of emotion when he sees his Torrance High players on the field. You know, he's watched them grow up as little kids. And now he's leaving. Now they're leaving Torrance High as young men. He feels a great deal of pleasure watching them play in today's game. Now back to you.
Munoz kicks it off, and it's brought back to the 25-yard line. Thanks, Bo. And you really could see the emotion as those Torrance players helped charge up the white team and go in for the score. Scales brings it back. First down at the 25. White team now with their first lead at 9-7 with 6:32 to go.
Well, we'll see how the blue team responds to being behind here a little bit.
Blue, 25-yard.
Dean going all the way at quarterback. He's got Obi up front. He's got Torrey Morgan as the deep back. And now Franks is late getting on the field. He goes in motion, or is he just going to go to his position? There he goes.
Yeah, they're going a little slot here.
All the way across the other side. There's Morgan. Wrapping up at the 60, at the 26 with a flag thrown.
Flag on the play.
Tyler Pringle's playing defense now. He's the one who made the tackle on the play.
Let's see what the call is.
Holding was the call.
But when those big boys start getting a little tired up front, Michael, they may be
Holding.
more apt to want to grab some guys.
On the offense. Still first down.
First and 20.
One more play at the 15. Now they're running the clock. They didn't move the clock during that last play.
Got Rasheem Stevens in a quarterback now. A good athlete. See if he can make something happen for the blue team.
So
Out of Hawthorne.
Stevens, 6'2", 205, trying to run the option and wrapped up by the white team.
Tyler Pringle again. On a little outside blitz. He read the option immediately. Responsibility to take the quarterback, which he did.
We've got 6 minutes left here in the half. Let's take a timeout. We'll be right back.